Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 85 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration, and we have been focusing on Joule in our previous couple of missions, but today we are actually welcoming our Duna aeroponics module that we have launched a couple of episodes back, and we're welcoming it to Duna. Now, I will not be docking it to the station yet, because simply I don't know how to dock with the time delay. However, the plan for today would be to actually break or perform an orbital, insertion around Duna, and to actually be able to just stop in the orbit around Duna, and once we actually get the crew here, then we will be putting it into docking, or then we will be docking it with the main ship. So it will be waiting for a while until we get somebody from the crew back to Duna. Okay, and that being said, let us see and focus on our planned maneuver, which is getting as close to the equatorial to Duna as possible. So we have 1 day to the planned maneuver, and it's a very small burn, 1.8 meters per second. Actually, I was expecting to have way more problems with this craft, and it is performing beautifully. I mean, I'm actually very proud of the design. I had some mishaps at launch, but then again, come on guys, this is KSP. You're bound to have some explosions, and some flips, and some flops, and of course. So, coming into the sphere of influence change, I'm very careful not to fuss up my orbit, because after all, we are coming in close, and we have our, as you can see, our network of communication satellites is working properly, which is great, because that means I don't have to worry about connectivity regardless of which side of Duna I am actually on, which is great. So I'm now just performing here an orbital insertion burn, and that one will take 720 meters per second of our total 1300. So it is cutting it a little bit close, I would say, but I'm kind of hoping to be able to at least that leaves us, I guess, some 600 meters per second roughly to perform rendezvous and docking, which I'm kind of hoping should be more than enough. If it fails, we still have the RCS. So yeah. Okay. Slowly lining up. Okay, and I believe we can enjoy coming in on Duna. Hi Duna, we're back. And hi Ike, and please don't mess up our approach. Beautiful. No, I just love coming on Duna. Duna is one of my favorite planets. Joule is beautiful, and its moons have a specific dance, but I don't know. For some reason, Duna has always a special place in my heart. Okay. Coming in. And we should be kicking the engines at any point. Yeah. So, burning. Burning. This is a beautiful screenshot. We're executing our maneuver. Everything appears to be spot on. So I'm quietly optimistic, or cautiously optimistic, so to say. Actually can't wait to dock this bad boy to the rest of the station. I think it will look very cool. We have to be careful though, as I'm pretty sure we expended all of the fuel on the big station. So we'll see which one will be whom we will be docking to whom. This one is definitely better balanced in terms of RCS and docking stuff. So yeah. Okay, and 50 more meters per second, and that's it. Beautiful. Cancelling a command and toggling our SAS, turning off our flight computer. Beautiful. Okay, so that one is taken care of, and it is it's basically orbiting above. So I'm back now to Mike J. Kerman. Now guys, you probably haven't seen this, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but with Mike J. Kerman I had so many problems, and Mike, it's not your fault, it's the bloody KSP's fault. So what was happening actually? Because this guy is in orbit around Gilly, for some reason this craft docked to this station was constantly getting deleted. I was restoring it manually and Mike J was being killed. So as I told you, I'm not tolerating this. It's rubbish, and I don't refuse to accept it. So I have manually edited the persistent.sfs file with the station, with Mike J back, and basically, yeah. So I can make sure that he gets back home actually. So I don't consider that to be cheating, because I mean the game was cheating, so I only felt I should right the wrongs, you know. So I'm sorry if some of you think that it might be cheating, but then again, it's fixing the Kraken. I mean, we still have some bugs here. So we have more than enough in terms of life support. We have transferred as much as we could to our advanced lander, and now we are burning to get back in the orbit around Eve. And we have another Eve to Kerbin window in 215 days. So yeah, I'm just making sure that I position myself in the correct parking orbit, I guess, which should be, I guess, 3 or some thousand by some thousand. I think it's 2000 by 2000 or something. Exiting the Gilly sphere of influence. Ooh, and our electric charge is running out. Of course it is, because I was dumb enough to forget to open the solar panels. Silly me. By the way, guys, this launchers that I'm using, I have to remember to add RTGs. It's just too hard with the solar panels. Well, not maybe around Eve or Duna, but around Joule, yes, it's hard. So yeah, an RTG or two would fix the situation dramatically. Okay, anyway, burning Eve orbit retrograde to ensure that we have 2000 by 2000 transfer. I mean, I don't really need to do it, but I want to make it right, because I'm especially a little bit worried because this craft was getting constantly deleted. So if I switch to another mission, I'm worried if this will be deleted and Mike again killed, so I would prefer that not to happen. Anyway, we have our window in 210 days. That should hopefully get Mike J back to Kerbin as the second Kerbal who has visited another planetary body that is not Kerbin. And just to remind you, we also have our Rem Kerman, who is supposed to be en route to Julian system. How he will handle the lack of sun, I really don't know, and I am a little bit worried about. Anyway, speaking of which, our Joule Nuke Probe 1 is actually arriving at Kerbin. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, another historic moment. One of our Joule probes is actually coming back. Hopefully it will bring glorious science together with it. And I do hope for a nice bountiful chunk. So yes. Perfect. Oh. Yeah, I think I actually put that wrong. It's actually not going well. I was thinking that it was returning to Kerbin. Sorry, it's not returning to Kerbin. It's basically ejecting out of Joule. I have two of them. Yeah, so that's why. Okay, so I just basically, that's why I actually updated the status and wrote to Kerbin so that I know where are they actually going. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, well, I guess the next thing to happen is our Joule lander Rem, who is actually en route to also Laythe, I guess. So, yeah, I am a little bit maybe focusing too much on Laythe, but here, guys, I will have my stations. I am preparing to get there. So, it is the first point of entry in the Julian system for me, so please don't judge me. And we will be changing Sphere of Influence for Rem in 58 days. But first, we have some sweet, sweet science to collect. And I'm just making sure that I connect to the mission control. Or actually Laythe comms orbital, so I'm hoping to bounce the signal off of that one. I'm doing all the experiments that I have available, storing the science, and I will be for sure transmitting it later. Oh boy, what happened here? I think I couldn't transmit. Okay, well, never mind. Then I'll just... Ooh, electric charge is running out. What happened? Yes, we don't have the... That's the problem. We don't have the RTGs, and Sun is here producing so little, actually, electricity that we have to be really pointing directly at the Sun, otherwise we will be in deep boo-boo. Yeah. Whew. Okay, sorry, Rem. I might have put your life at jeopardy. But then again, you're a kerbonaut. You should know that. Okay, electric charge depleted. I really don't like the sound of it. I'm really now getting concerned that Rem will die. Oh, I think I have managed to get some electric charge. Okay, what can I do? All of them are that direct sunlight. Ah, the particle collector was on. So I'm actually thinking let's close all the experiments because they might be draining some batteries. Also, lighting do I have up? No. And I'm managing to slowly but surely recover. So it was actually the solar particle collector, I believe, that was draining the battery. So, okay. So, Ram, you just might survive. I'm really happy to hear that you might actually come back home to us at some point. Okay. But that's still too far away. Right now we have to fix a way how to get you around Laythe's orbit. Okay, coming in on Joule. And that's supposed to happen in around 37 days. Or actually, the maneuver is supposed to happen in 37 days, and the sphere of influence change towards Laythe should happen in 47 days. So yeah. Doing some good old time acceleration. Okay, perfect. And hi Remty, you are the first guy who actually can see Joule with his naked eye. Beautiful. Okay, time warp, and I cannot tell you guys what a relief it is to actually fly the damn ship without time delay. Phew! So much easier. Okay, we do have a Laythe encounter, and we just might be doing a little bit even of aero braking. I don't know if it will be an aero brake or just a regular orbital insertion, but then again, here's Laythe and we have a screenshot. Perfect. Okay, that being said, let's just come a little bit closer. Our orbit looks promising. So let's see how much delta V I will need to stop. 1,800 roughly. Okay. Well, we have plenty, so I'm not overly concerned. Okay, doing some minor checks on how would it look like in terms of correcting our orbit, and yeah, there's another small burn that we can do, so come even closer. Okay, and rear reaction wheel malfunctioned. Of course it would. We haven't heard in a while from our friend. Dang it. Okay, let's just do the alignment and let's see if we can position ourselves in the orbit around Laythe. Okay, Laythe is coming in and it's just in front of Joule. Looks beautiful as ever. 106 meters per second burn in 3 minutes. Perfect. That put us on the correct trajectory, and I'm kind of hoping that we would be Laythe periapsis 24 meters per second. Sounds reasonable. What I'm actually shooting for is, I know that Laythe has slightly lower apoapsis or slightly lower atmosphere maximum height than Kerbon, so I'm actually thinking of maybe even aero braking around 24. Should hopefully either get us to orbit, or they should at least bleed off a lot of excess energy. So with this one, since I do have local control, we are definitely going for the aero brake. Okay. Always more science. More science is good. I'm packing up the solar panels. Trust me, we cannot afford to lose a single one. So let us do the aero brake, and we have EVA report and a bunch of science because we are actually in orbit low above Laythe. So we can just collect all the wonderful experiments, especially EVA report, before we hit the atmosphere. We don't want to do an EVA report when you're directly within the atmosphere, obviously. Okay. I really like, by the way, what the guys from the community did to the actual Laythe to have luminescent clouds. I think it actually adds a little bit to that familiar, like Earth, yet still alien world feeling, which I think hits the goal right on the nose, so to say. Okay, aero braking, and let's see how we fare here. I think we will be actually positioned very nicely. We're already going way up, so our aero brake was a bit intense, but I'm kind of hoping, and it seems we have been captured around orbit. Beautiful. Yes, we have, and it will be actually a tight orbit. Well, who would have known? Don't make it too tight orbit, please. Okay, 230, so I'll just raise my periapsis, and I guess then I'll be on my merry way. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, by the way, guys, I'm gonna call it for the episode. Like if you like, and thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.